In the trial of former UC officer Ray Tenzing deliberates for several hours before taking a break for the night. They will resume in the morning. Tenzing is charged with murder and voluntary manslaughter in the shooting death of Sam DuBose. It happened during a traffic stop off campus. Local 12's Deborah Dixon has covered the entire trial. She's live at the courthouse with a look at what the jury has to decide. Deb?
Yeah, hi, Rob. This morning, they heard the final arguments of both sides. And what's interesting about that is it's not really evidence. So the lawyers can pretty much say anything they want to. The defense accusing the prosecution of inserting race into this trial. The prosecution calling out Ray Tenzing's tears. Murder is intentionally taking someone's life. It doesn't have to be pre-planned. Former UC cop Ray Tenzing admits shooting Sam DuBose in the head, but he says it was to stop the threat on his life.
He said he had to stop the threat. There never was one.
But Ray Tenzing said he reached into DuBose's car to pull the key out of the ignition because he was driving off after a traffic stop. Tenzing says his perception was he was being dragged and he was going to die, so he shot DuBose to save his life. Prosecutor Joe Deters says the evidence, including the body cam video, does not back that up.
This video exposes Tenzing's lies.
And Deters called out Ray Tenzing's tears when he testified.
The place to be upset, I think, if you use your common sense, would probably be at the crime scene after you just blew someone's brains out.
But the defense says the video shows DuBose was trying to get away, likely because of pot in his car. Stu Matthews says videos of earlier traffic stops shows Tenzing's professionalism.
Had Sam DuBose given him an opportunity, Ray Tenzing would have discovered at the very least that Sam DuBose was carrying a load of marijuana. That's why Sam DuBose was so hell-bent on getting away. If you find that that is in fact that Ray Tenzing fired that shot to stop a specific threat to his life and he was justified, then your verdict must be not guilty.
And Rob, that is the only time a police officer can use deadly force, is if they feel their life or someone else's life is in danger. That would be not guilty. They also was charged with murder, which is the intentional killing of another person. And he admitted he put the gun to his head and shot. But he also said he did it to stop the threat against his life. So they've got a lot to think about. And I'm sure there's going to be a busy, an exhausting day for them tomorrow. Rob?
Deb, were there any surprises in this trial for you, or did you see what you expected to see?
The frame-by-frame video was in some ways startling, but then you have to realize when this happened, he didn't have the luxury of watching it frame by frame. He had to make a split-second decision in 3 seconds. So when you broke it down, I think the jury is going to spend a lot of time going over that body cam video, and then we'll know by their verdict probably what it meant to them.
Surely. Deb, thanks very much. Local 12 has brought you in-depth coverage of the Tenzing trial since it began. And we also have all of your stories about our stories about the trial at local12.com if you'd like to view them.
A mother and daughter